Well, it's Friday, January 24th, 2025, and today we're on our way over to Bar Harbor. So we'll have a look at what Bar Harbor looks like in late January of 2025. And on the way, I'll shoot a little bit of video of the sights as we progress from Bass Harbor at the southwest tip of Mount Desert Island to Bar Harbor, which is on the northeast side of Mount Desert Island. And it will be a nice drive. We have snow that came down Monday night, or Sunday night into Monday, and a little dusting of snow that came down yesterday, so should be fairly white, although as you'll see in a second, the roads are clear. Okay, just pulled out onto Route 102. We're going to be on this road until we get to Somesville, and I'll shoot a little video just here where we go across a little arm of the Bass Harbor salt marsh, and I'm turning the camera to look north out across the salt marsh, which is frozen. It has been cold for the last few days. Okay, nice view across the salt marsh, and I'll come back when we get to something else interesting. All right, we're just north of Southwest Harbor now, and off to the left, although you can't see it through the trees, is Echo Lake. And we had a newsworthy event last week on Echo Lake. And what happened was somebody drove down the one road that goes right down to the lake, where there's a boat launch at the end of it, at a place called Ike's Point. They drove down there in a U-Haul truck and proceeded to drive out onto the lake. And here's the turn for Ike's Point. And I'll show you the road when we get past it. It's coming up. Right here they've got it blocked off because the state is trying to recover the truck because it broke through the ice on Echo Lake and sank, and it was a full-size U-Haul box truck. And I'll show you a view of the lake in just a second when we get up here another little bit. But yeah, the truck fell through the ice on the lake. The fellow got out. He did get wet, but he didn't die. Here's a view of the lake. It is frozen now, but last week it apparently wasn't frozen enough to support a U-Haul box truck. Okay, this is Somesville on a chilly, it was 18 degrees when we left home Friday morning here on Mount Desert Island, Maine. See, it's still a little snowy here as we head through the village of Somesville. Right up here is the Somesville Mill Pond, which very calm today since it's covered with ice and snow. Well, there was a little patch of open water, and right past that is the head of this part of Somes Sound, which just has ice. The tide is out. And we'll come up here a little bit further, and we're going to turn right at one of the 3 stoplights on the island during the winter. And then we will head over toward Northeast Harbor a little bit, and then turn left and head up to Bar Harbor. The drive from our home in Bass Harbor to Bar Harbor is about 18 or 19 miles. So here's our turn, and there is a rarity have to remember how these things work. A stoplight. We're going to turn here and head toward Northeast Harbor for a little bit. And right down here, we're going to go across the extreme upper end of Somes Harbor. And yeah, it doesn't look like much. Okay, I'll come back when we get a little farther over. Okay, we're in Bar Harbor, and we're just coming up to the stoplight. Ooh, it's got that funny green color. I guess that means we can go through it. And as you can see, it's a little snowy over here. It's been considerably colder over here in Bar Harbor than on the other side of the island. They've had temperatures as low as -9. So it's been a little chilly. Our minimum was 1. As we drive into beautiful Bar Harbor here on January 24th, 2025. You can see there are a few cars driving around. It's not super crowded. Now we're headed over to the supermarket, but on the way, I think what I'm going to do is we'll drive through downtown. I'm going to go out to the town dock so we can get a look out over the harbor. And then we will head to the supermarket, which is on Cottage Street. All right, here we come up to Main Street. We're going to turn left here and head through downtown Bar Harbor. Now to just wait and see if we can make the turn with all this traffic. I think we might be able to. There are a few cars parked on the street, as you can see. The crowds on the sidewalk are not that noticeable. I saw one fellow walking back there, and there's somebody doing a little snow removal. As we head through downtown Bar Harbor. There are a couple of restaurants open here. I don't know if the ones are, if they're right here in downtown. There are a couple on Cottage Street, but except for Sherman's bookstore right there, most businesses here are closed in the winter. And we're going to descend down to the town dock. This is Agamot Park over here. You can sit out there and have a picnic. And there's Bar Island and a little Christmas tree made out of lobster floats. Some of them are a little fancifully painted. They're not real ones. Well, they're real floats, but not the ones that actual lobster fishermen use. So here we are, looking out over the harbor here in Bar Harbor as we turn out onto the town dock, which is pretty parked up. There are 3 cars here. Pretty grim. As you can see, the harbor is completely empty. Not a single boat out there. And I don't think there's anybody out lobster fishing today, because this is where they usually park when they go lobster fishing. And there's no sign of any vehicles here. And you can just see the bar over to Bar Island. It's partially exposed. As we head out of the harbor area, and we're going to go up and go down Cottage Street to the supermarket. Oh, a brave soul loading a kayak. It's a little chilly to go kayaking today. It's supposed to get to something like 27 this afternoon. So maybe that fellow's got the right idea. 27 with a 15-mile-per-hour wind sounds like pretty balmy conditions. And we'll go back up Main Street, and then we'll turn on Cottage, which is the first right turn up here. You can see it's a little bit less crowded than it was, say, 6 months ago. And it will stay this way for at least another 2.5 months. Here we go on to Cottage Street. And there are a couple places that are open down here. Notice a lot more cars parked here. There are a couple restaurants that are open. The post office is up here. It's open. And Walgreens drugstore is open. This stone building here is the post office. And we're just going to continue down here to the Hannaford supermarket, which is why we came over here to Bar Harbor today. Okay, I'm gonna shut down the camera because we're just about at the supermarket. All right, we've finished with the grocery store, so we are headed home. And I'll show you a little bit of the drive on the way home. And it's nice and sunny today. I think it's probably around 20. And and it's not particularly windy, so it's not super cold. But you can see what it looks like here in Bar Harbor. All right. Oh, there's a lot of traffic. Had to wait for one car to go by. It's a little different in the summer. I never come out of Cottage Street that way in the summer because there's always a huge line of cars and it's tough to find a gap. Okay, and here we go. Turn right at the stoplight and head out of town. One thing about Bar Harbor is that from right here at the stoplight to the entrance to Acadia National Park is, I think, less than 2 miles, and Eagle Lake Carriage Road access is maybe 3 at the outside. It doesn't take long. And in fact, when the road is open, you can be at the top of Cadillac Mountain from downtown Bar Harbor in about 15 minutes. It's not open now, but hopefully the new Explore Act will be fully in effect by the time they open the Cadillac Mountain Road for the year, and I can go up there and shoot some video because the Explore Act changed the rules so that I can shoot video without a permit, but they're still writing regulations, and the Park Service hasn't really implemented it completely, even though it's been 21 days since it was signed. You can see Cadillac Mountain right over there. Okay, as we exit Bar Harbor. Sorry, we were kind of into the sun. We should be okay for the next little bit. And right up here is the entrance that if you want to go down to Jordan Pond or up Cadillac Mountain or just onto the entire Park Loop Road, you would take. So as I said, it's not far from downtown Bar Harbor. And I'll keep filming until we get up to the Eagle Lake Carriage Road access. There's the entrance. It's closed now. And the Carriage Road style bridge. It won't be long till we get up to Eagle Lake. So one of the big advantages if you come here to staying in Bar Harbor is that you can be in the main part of the park within anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes from Bar Harbor. So it's really easy. much better than staying over on the western side of the island, where tourists really just shouldn't go. I may have a little bit of self-interest in that since I live over there. But okay, now we're coming up on the Eagle Lake Carriage Road access point, and once we go past that, I'm gonna end this video of our drive over to Bar Harbor to buy food so that we can eat for the next little while. Okay, we're just about to the Carriage Road access. In the summer, there are cars parked along the road here all the time. Right up here is the Carriage Road access parking lot. If there's been enough snow, they have ski trails set. Looks pretty crowded. There must be 7 or 8 cars in there right now. Okay, so that is Bar Harbor on the 24th of January 2025. Hope you found it interesting and enjoyed the views. Thanks for watching.